I love to be working and creating things with the next generation. Because for me, next generation is not a segment, it's an attitude. And Mark Twain once said, there are two things in your life that are the most important moments: the one moment when you're born and the moment when you discover why you're here. And so to help and figure out with the next generation why each individual is there, and also to form togetherness with them that helps them to really identify and inspire them on their path to become really great family members, investors, entrepreneurs, social change makers. That is what I love, and that is what I can deal with on a daily basis. So the attitude of the next generation, whenever we all have been young, we deal with the big, scary questions like, why am I here? What do I want to leave behind? What does family mean to me? What does wealth mean for me? And how do I really build my life so that I can live it up to my full potential and serve the world? And so that is an attitude that especially the next generation has, because they're in this moment of really identifying it. And so that is what I really like, and where you can build up on a lot when you find answers to these questions. You know, the next generation is really different from the current client base that many banks have. And why are the next gen different? Every generation is somehow characterized by what they have lived through, what influenced them, and also what tools were available to them, what they got access to. And this next generation, when we're talking about the, let's say, 20 to 45-year-old, that is not only the biggest generation in history. 30% of the world population is under 30, right? But also the ones that will inherit quite a lot of wealth. So there is a potential to really do a lot different. And this next generation is different and wants to do things differently. Why? Because they have lived, worked, and studied in more than one country, because they have information at their fingertips, not only because of the digitalization, but also because they really are very having different access to education and to tools, and they use them. And so that difference also has an implication for banks, for the bank industry, so to say. So the next generation revolutionized already different industries, and the bank industry can learn from the next generation what's next, what's the future looking like. And that starts already today. And I would say, if I have to summarize like what banks should do differently in order to serve this next generation, they need to digitalize, humanize, and socialize. And what I mean with that is digitalize, obviously everybody knows, because next generation is really do-it-yourselfers. So if they have the digital tools to have more accessibility, transparency, and can do it and learn by doing it, perfect. Humanize is, we often see banks as the untrusted and very not liked institutions. And so to humanize, to make visible who are the people that are working in a bank, and especially the relationship manager, who is a person that interacts with the next generation, to not see him as a financial advisor, but really as the kind of partner that helps you to connect finance with life goals, because that is what wealth is like. It's a tool, it's an enabler, right? So the relationship manager needs to also humanize in the way to become a life coach, maybe, and not just a financial advisor. And socialize is, banks have much more to offer than financial capital. They have a social capital, they have a connectivity to investors, to employees, to entrepreneurs, and to really use that social capital in a better way to connect the dots. That is what the next generation can teach them, and where we as banks can really also use the next generation to build new ways of working together.